Aloha, y'all. It is Tuesday, Tig to the Nordic Mars equivalent. It is named after him, Tuesday. It is the 20th of January. It is also esoterically a Mars ruled day, coincidentally. Coincidentally? Is it? So, the astrology is pretty ratchet right now. The sun has entered Aquarius, so we're in Aquarius season officially. Huzzah. The moon is in Aquarius. Venus is in Aquarius. The sun and moon are in 0 and 3 degrees Aquarius. Pluto's in Aquarius at 3 degrees, so the Venus and Pluto are exactly conjunct with the sun. And the sun and Mercury and Mars are in the late degrees of Capricorn, so they're conjunct all that. It's electric, oogie boogie boogie. It's a portal of sorts. You'll probably remember what you were doing this week, kind of like COVID times. But who knows? You can never exactly prophesy what's going on. But the cards we pulled for this Tuesday, are the Emperor, a major arcana card. How fitting. The Two of Cups is a clarifier. And the wild card is coming from the Artist Oracle deck, Le Corbusier, which fits very synchronistically on the archetypal front anyway. So, let's get into it. I've written music for all the major arcana, including, obviously, the Emperor. So, check out the song. It's actually my only rap song, so take that for what you will. And the Emperor card, I'll post the link in the comments to the song if you want to check it out. The Emperor card, on page 30, I lead by example, right? Mercury and Mars in the last degrees of Capricorn conjunct the sun in Aquarius. Pluto conjunct that sun. Venus conjunct that sun. we're being the change. We're making revolutionary shifts and having a grand plan, but then being like, you know what? Take it out of our mind and put it on paper and make it so. To boldly go where no man has gone before for each of us collectively as a unit, also as a species. So, setting boundaries and following the rules, believing in the concrete world around you, focusing on action and results, holding your ground. I lead by example. The Emperor. The Emperor is the paternal father who instructs about the matters of responsibility, order, control, and discipline. Mercury and Mars, last degrees of Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, but also all the old astrology says Aquarius is ruled by Saturn, even though it's Uranus now in modern astrology. So it's a lot of, you're sitting at the desk taking your test and Snape is watching you to make sure you can graduate to get up to the tower for Dumbledore. I mean, it's intense energy right now. He is a formidable character, stern authority of the law, rules, and regulations that govern society. Sun and Moon in Aquarius, right? It's like, what are the rules? How does society work? What's the genius behind the people? A man of great integrity, intellect, and strength, he assumes leadership, providing stability, security, and protection. A firm disciplinarian, we do not always welcome our dealings with him, and yet his righteousness, harshness, and punishment is enforced so that we can learn to be more self-disciplined and think logically and rationally rather than succumb to the rampant tide and ride of emotions. Conceived by me as a fantastical space emperor donning his robes like a theatrical superhero from movies like Flash Gordon or Dune, he here is contrived as a vision of both Abraham Lincoln and David Bowie. The neutron pattern centered at his navel, the power center symbolizing knowledge combined with physical power. His palace is the brick and mortar extension of his mind, the architectural environment which fosters such intelligence. Sun and Moon in Aquarius, right? It's genius. His world appears cold and fierce, with a beauty deserving of healthy fear and respect, not afraid of dealing with the harsh or grim realities and vicissitudes of life. Mercury and Mars in Capricorn, all that other energy, Sun, Venus, Pluto, Sun, Venus, Pluto, and the Moon in Aquarius. It's very, no fucking around energy. Practical and careful consideration is always employed with all the facts laid square, for he is keen to get to the real truth and demands honesty. In complete contrast to the Empress, the Emperor rules with his head and not his heart, Sun and Moon Aquarius, and does not suffer fools gladly. He has an iron will and a steel fist and is not afraid to wield both, and therefore is suited to the courts of law, government, and the army, prepared to fight the good cause. Mercury conjunct Mars in Capricorn. And I should say, all this Aquarius Capricorn energy is squaring Chiron and Aries, but also trining Uranus and Taurus. So it's crazy energy right now. To his left sits a pile of books containing the objective analysis and effective solutions that address the public and private sectors in his kingdom. To his right, a sextant, a remarkable instrument created almost 300 years ago that measures the distance between astronomical objects in the horizon as he seeks to navigate his realm through space. He is an expression of hard-won victory and success, demanding determination and resilience. The Emperor suggests you no longer have to prove yourself. Your expertise and experience is unquestioned. It is time to lead by example. Get your house in order and regain control of an important area of your life. All right, so setting boundaries and following rules, believing in concrete world around you, focusing on action results, holding your ground. You know, it's one thing to have I dream a dream, I want it to happen. It's another thing to be like, all right, here's how we do it. This is how we do it. Also knowing that all your plans might not come to fruition, but you still have to try to build them with a blueprint. You can't just wing it past a point, right? So that's the card of the day. The clarifying card is the Two of Cups. If you're a water sign, you're a cup. So that would be Cancers, Scorpios, and Pisces. The water of emotions, intuition, and fluid creativity, sexuality, even, dare we say. The Two of Cups on page 144, I merge with the beloved. And I should say, the Sri Yantra is 72 triangles. That's a Sri Yantra right there, if you can't see. 72 times 2 is 144, which is just another way of saying the zodiac from every perspective, right? 12 times 12. I merge with the beloved, radiating the pure essence of love, practicing Tantra and Taoist beliefs, becoming aware of cosmic balance of male and female energy. Sun and Moon in Aquarius is saying, hey, there's a positive and a negative charge to all batteries. Having a bird's eye view, a cosmic view of the plan and how to execute it. This is the lubrication to get into, the porno of your plans. You want lube, you want some wetness, or else it's going to be a dry and bumpy ride. And that, she's getting bucked off the stallion. She wants to hold on for dear life, but also, if she loves and says, I love you, Falcor, she's going to be less likely to fall off. She has a plan, even if the horse bucks. So the last card we've got is coming from the Art Oracle deck. It's Le Corbusier. Notice the schematic kind of Aquarius and a moon energy here. And it's very we the people, and here's genius technology vibes here, revolutionary stuffs. Young Charles-Edouard Jeunet Gris rebranded himself Le Corbusier or Corbu and boasted that his architecture could stave off class revolution. Pluto in Aquarius conjunct the Sun, Venus, right? Mars and Mercury in Capricorn also conjunct that. So it's like, how do we change the world to make it work for us? Rebrand yourself and use technology effectively. With pioneering use of concrete, Corbu created high-density complexes designed as micro-cities for inhabitants, such as the Radiant City in Marseille, with public facilities integrated among residences. In his lifetime, Corbu realized masterful private villas and churches, but what he proselytized and extensively wrote about was new urbanism, right? He had this new genius idea, new urbanism. I'm going to build a new way of doing it. Follow me. It's for me and you. It's to lubricate the social classes and to make, the pyramid work for everybody, the temple of society work for everybody. Today, some consider Corbu a genius, right? Sun and Moon in Aquarius for us collectively today, genius energy. Others, an ideologue dabbling in fascism, the shadow of Sun and Moon in Aquarius with Mercury, Mars conjunct in last degree of Capricorn. Corbu's rebelliousness, once again Aquarius energy, Corbu's rebelliousness is underscored by his death, the result of going skinny dipping with a bad heart against his doctor's orders. Notice how we've got this guy saying, I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to go into that lake and skinny dip if I want, even though that might mess up my relationship between my mind and body and my heart, literally, and my coherence there. Anyway, the advice we're getting from Le Corbusier is theory makes perfect, practice makes problems. It's good and necessary right now to have a theory, right? To have a working plan and to execute the plan, knowing that you're going to have some compassion, lubrication, and grace, because there's going to be turbulence on the flight. Just because there's turbulence doesn't mean you divert the plane and cancel the plans, right? Make plans, make moves, execute towards excellence and actuality, knowing that it looks perfect on paper, but when you hit it in real life, you're going to have some grace because this horse is bucking and that wasn't in the plans. Oh my gosh, what do I do? How do I hold on? I'm going to die. I don't even have a saddle, right? We got to kind of take this seriously and know that we're going to be fine, but we have to move through difficulty, and there's a lot of difficult energy right now. So know that you're not alone in this, and that we're all kind of walking through a portal, electrified into a new way of being a human all together at once. If you've enjoyed this, leave a tip. Obviously, holler for a reading. $150 for 3 hours of astrology, $50 for an hour of cards. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, Aquarius. It's half off on both cards and astrology, if that's what you want to get on your birthday deal. And if you refer somebody to me, you get half off on a card deal, half off on a card reading for yourself. So know that there's a song, go check it out. Know that we're making plans, but we have to keep it lubricated, and we have to keep our eyes on the prize despite difficult circumstances. On that note, enjoy your Tears Day, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Happy Aquarius season. Adios.